thinking, do I go live earlier? Have I become more organised? I hear you ask yourself. And the resounding answer is no, just one of those things. Who is in the house tonight? There's one of you. Although that could be Ellen, just setting up my screen. Too organised tonight, something is going to go wrong. Any minute now, I'm going to get a message saying that my sound isn't on. Or something like that. It's going too smoothly. There we go. Well, that's interesting. One person, but 2 likes. Maybe he's watching on 2 devices. See, this is the trouble when you go early. Yeah, no one's going to be expecting me, so there's no one there. So I will just talk to myself. I will pretend there are people there, because they will be on the replay. So what shall we talk about? England, out the World Cup. Good Lord, we've suddenly jumped to 6. Well, that's fantastic. England out the World Cup. What a travesty. What else has happened? Oh, here we go. Dengon Philippines. Hi, I'm here. I'm glad you're here, mate. Welcome on board. Can you hear and see me? All right. Hey, John Mesters is here. I'm here, he says, with a wink. A nod is as good as a wink to a blind bat, as the expression goes. I know you don't like your idioms, John, so you might not get that. But some people will know what I mean. Dengo Philippines. Yes, all is fine. Good. Glad to hear it. What are you chaps up to? Are you home yet, John? I take it KK didn't progress to Kai rather. Didn't progress to the final tonight, or you would still be at the Octagon. I had a couple of things to talk about, and they've completely gone out of my mind. So the onus is on you chaps. What should we talk about tonight? Who else is there? 5 people. John Messers, no mate, home early today. Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing, is it? It's nice to win over there, but it can be a bloody long day, I think. How many were there today? Was it a good turnout? I'm getting confused now. Chat keeps coming out. I've got my mobile phone there, but I'm reading off my laptop. So, Kyle Sebastian, 6. What, there are 6 people playing today? How do you know? 6 people watching. There we go. Welcome on board, Kyle. Simon, okay. Where can I buy pizza dough? Not bases, but raw dough. And I got 2 more sleeps till I fly back. I think you can buy it. Well, I don't know if it's based on it. I think you can buy pizza dough from LP Hyper. John might be able to help you on that. You might want to try. I mean, there's a place up in the mountains called near Valencia called Nevas Pizza, and we go there every so often, and I buy a bag of banh mi, you know, the bread rolls. So what I'm saying is, some of the restaurants might sell dough. I don't know. I know Sideways used to sell it, but a friend of mine was saying how he'd been buying it from there, and then he realised it was a quarter of the price in LP Hyper. But I don't know if that is, as I say, dough that you shape yourself or an actual piece of base. Can't really help you too much on that one, son. John Mesters, 13 teams playing today. Seems to be dropping down a bit, doesn't it? Is 13 a lot? I don't know. I was surprised when I went over there on Sunday to say hello. You had 6 places because I thought it always sold out. How many teams are there usually? Dengo Phillips, can't wait till January. First time I am flying over for 3 months bringing you cheese sauce. Well, God bless you, Dingo. I haven't forgotten that. I don't like to presume, but we're looking forward to your arrival and the cheese sauce. I've lost my train of thought. I was about to say something. Oh yeah, Dengo, you can't wait till January. I've got some bad news for you though, mate. Don't know how to say this. You're gonna have to wait. It's as simple as that. You know, there's no other way around it. Unless, of course, you bring your flights forward. But the time will fly by. It's only, is it 6 months away? Can't be bad. I probably asked you this before. I do apologise. Where are you staying for the full? Are you staying 3 months in one space? Or I think you said you're moving around, aren't you? Have you got your places booked? Have you got your itinerary planned? Very disappointing, that place we looked at yesterday, John. John put us on a place that was available for rent, so we thought we'd go and have a look. Yeah, potential, but my God, it's very disappointing. I'll tell you more on Thursday, but yeah, it was not good inside, and it was so damn noisy. They certainly haven't done the soundproofing on the glass like they have at your mate's place. I'll tell you that now. When they said it was furnished, semi-furnished, I said semi-furnished. There was a table, not a very nice table and chairs in the kitchen. That was it. There was nothing. No fridge, no washing machine, no bed bases or anything. You know, how you can call it semi-furnished because there is a table and chairs in there, I do not know. And that's all it was in the kitchen. Nothing else at all. Dango Philippines, just saving. I was reading it to myself then. That's no good. I've got to read it out, don't I? Dango Philippines, just saving up. No doing it all on the fly. Bringing my son. Bringing your son. Now that's interesting. How old are you then, Dango? For some reason, see, it's weird. It's like when you listen to the radio, you always put a face to the voice. And then one day you'll see the actual presenter. And they never look anything like the face. For some reason, I have put you as a certain age and a certain... What I'm getting at is I've got you down as being in your 40s for some reason. Am I way out? I'm guessing if you're bringing your son, then you're probably a bit older than I thought you were. Living the life. Hey Simon, what part of Dumagetti are you looking to move? Well, hey, how you doing, Sean? Well, no, we weren't really looking to move. We are relatively happy here. I won't go into the politics of things, but I'm a bit... Yeah, we weren't looking to move. We're not looking to move. It's just, you know, obviously, if ever somewhere comes up that, you know, that might be good, you know, you go and take a look. And a good friend of mine said the other day, there's a nice place up in Valencia. So we went to have a look. But no, we won't be moving there. But no, we're not looking to move. But it was Valencia. John Mesters, Dengo Philippines, don't plan too much. I'm sure you will get plenty of suggestions on things to do and see once you're here. That's true. Dengo Philippines, I'm 53, he is 13. Oh wow, we're very close in age then. He'll love it. Oh, you'll both love it. So you presumably you're planning to do quite a few family things like beaches and waterfalls and, you know, natural things, I would guess, or am I wrong on that? Simon Kendall, it seems like rents are going up. What do you think? When I've looked before a few months ago, I've seen some basic subdivision houses for 10k, but now they don't seem to be around anymore. Yeah, they've gone up. They've gone up. They've gone up quite a lot, but I don't think it will last because they're too high. You see some on which are ridiculously high, you know, 10, 12,000 more than they would have been 6-7 months ago or a year ago, but they're not renting. And it's like, you know, I've not seen the house, but I know a guy I met, I've spoken to him a couple of times, and it turns out he has moved in our subdivision, and he's got a place for 18,000. Don't know what the house is like, haven't been there, but his was 18,000. You know, they're still there, you can still get them. I mean, the reality is some people are smart enough to realise that if they price it reasonably, it will go very quickly. Others seem to, like, you know, be pushing the envelope. I mean, I saw a house in Zamboguita the other day on Facebook, and it was quite a nice apartment, but I've seen better ones. You know, it was okay. It was good quality furnishing that for the Philippines, but it's 55,000 a month for 1 bedrooms in Zamboguita. It's just nuts, you know. That's like twice the price you pay in Thailand for a place like that. And you know, it's and let's face it, the quality of the accommodation here is not good on the whole. You're very, if you want a nice place, you're going to have to decorate it yourself. You're going to have to go to the shops and things, because the Filipinos, God bless them, do not have the greatest, do not have Western tasting furniture, and the couches and things, sofas can be incredibly uncomfortable. Western kitchens are virtually unheard of. So, I mean, it's how they think they're going to get these prices, I do not know. There is a bubble, Simon, and I'm damn sure it's going to burst, because it's not warranted. You know what I mean? It's not warranted. You can only really whack the prices up like that if you suddenly get an influx of people, and, it's supply and demand. But I think people are just getting a bit greedy. But you're right now. But if you look, I mean, we're not looking to move in, but sometimes I get bored and I look on Marketplace, and you'll still get, for every 10 overpriced places, you'll still get 2 or 3 that are reasonably priced. And it's surprise, the 2 or 3 reasonably priced go quite quickly. The ones that are incredibly overpriced are still on there like a month later. Think of Philippines, bored of Europe for holidays. Don't blame you, mate. Boom! Jack Stowe is in the house. Hiya, pal, he says. I say hi, you, Jack. Thank you, mate. Very, very generous of you. Always generous of you, Jack. And much appreciated. Thank you, brother. Hey, everyone, hit the like, share the loves, guys and girls. There you go. That's Jack. He's all heart. Not only does he generously contribute to the Speaking of Asia cookie jar, he also gets the likes up. If we had 10 more of you, Jack, we'd have to use nicknames. How are you, Jack? What's the word on the street, mate? Any movement in your movement into the fossil fuel industry? How's your back? How's anything, Jack? Just tell us about yourself. We live vicariously through you, mate. And it's a time. Good evening. Rents are going down here in Manila. Lots of places available. Yeah, it's. I'd say yeah, as if I knew that. I didn't know that, but it is supply and demand. It's time of year, but it has got out of. It's someone like Manila. You're always going to pay more, in certain part than but there's reasons for it. It's justified. You're near nice areas or things like that. Here, it's just madness. It is just madness. People aren't going to, they're not. It's just not worth it. If you start looking at the prices of the housing accommodation here, you're going to start thinking, well, why come here? Why not go to Thailand? Why not go to Vietnam or whatever? When you can get so much more bang for your buck in terms of accommodation. Because if it is worth it, that's a different argument. But if you've got enough money that you don't have to worry about things now, and you're just going to live in a crappy conditions because you can afford to, I think you're a pretty strange fish. I mean, you've got to, but there you go. Daniel Philippines, can my son have a beer, or is it not allowed? Well, I think you know the answer to that, mate. It's not allowed. I assume it's 18. But you can't do it in any country, can you? But I mean, if you were to, I don't know what the laws are actually over here. I know in the UK it's at your parental discretion. I think you can, in a restaurant with parental consent, I think you can drink alcohol with your meal at 16. Don't think that actually is a law in the UK. If you're in your own home, I think it is parental consent, but obviously it's frowned upon. So, I mean, yeah, if you want to get them a beer or whatever and share it with them on the beach, I don't think anyone is going to say anything about it. They might not say anything about it in some of the bars. I don't know, mate. But no, theoretically, you are breaking the law over here. I'm sure about that. Living that life, I think those prices online are fishing for the big one. Yeah, they are. You're probably right, Sean. But it's a new thing. They weren't like that. I mean, we've decided to stay here for the year for another year unless something goes drastically wrong. But I still look, and before we decided we were definitely going to stay here for another year, I looked around, and it was the house prices had gone up between 5,000 and 10,000 pesos a month on the vast majority. You know, you used to be able to get a relatively decent place for around the 15,000 mark, and a pretty basic pokey place for 10,000. Now you're probably looking at around 15 for the pokey place and 20 for the relatively decent. But I mean, I don't think it will continue. As I say, it's unsustainable. There's not a huge influx of Westerners coming here, and the ones that are coming, on appearance, first, don't look to be any more affluent than the ones here. So I don't know why people think this there's a mad rush of cash coming here. I think it's just foolishness. Jack Star, if you look at the state of the PI economy at the minute, it's dropping like West Ham did from the Prem. I'll forgive you that, mate. You're the one person I will take that from, Jack. But we're coming straight up, mate. Nailed on to win the Premier League this season. Now, Mr. Kretinsky has taken the reins, although he's not officially taken the reins yet. Dengo Philippines, how do I send you a coffee? What do you mean, how do you send me a coffee? Oh, what? In the post? What do you mean buy me a coffee? I don't know what you mean by that, because I know there is a buy a coffee thing, isn't there? You can buy. What do you don't have to do anything, mate, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. I've never added that coffee icon. Not sure. Yeah, but I don't think you can, mate. I think you've got to set it up for that. Living alive. Zamboguita seems beautiful, but a bit out the way. Yeah, it is. I've never been. It's the honest story. But from what I hear about it, yeah, there's some nice beaches, and it's quiet, and there's some dive resorts and that around there, a couple of restaurants, but it's incredibly quiet, and I'm sure it's quite picturesque. But 55,000 a month for a one-bedroom apartment. There are many picturesque places where you could stay with a beautiful beach and all the rest of it, which are not as isolated. So I mean, it's just madness. John Mesters, a basic two-bedroom apartment here in Dumaguete should go for anything between 15k and 22k, depending on location, furnished or unfurnished. Yeah, should do. But I mean, I think some of it, the trouble is, I'm not going to name anyone on this, but there are a couple of agents, property agents, you know, local Filipinos. Often when you go and look at property here, a lot of the time you won't be dealing with the people direct. There'll be some Filipino agent who pops it on Facebook. And there's a couple of them who are prolific, you know, putting up 2 or 3, 4, 5 properties a day. And they're just so overpriced. As soon as you see the person's name, you think, right, you look just for a laugh. Because you just know whatever it is, it's going to be 10, 15 more than it should be. Yeah, maybe it's just those 2 or 3 that are trying to inflate the market, but it's not going to work. I mean, John's saying should go for anything. When you say that, John, do you mean in your opinion or in the current climate? Jack Star, back all good. Daughter's furniture arriving on Monday, so busy putting curtains up, etc. for a new house. It's quite big inside. Picking up her car tomorrow. USA business account and tax numbers came so. Oh, interesting, intriguing. Furniture arriving on Monday. You all got it all from the same store, did you? That's very, that makes it easy. John Messers, things like a pool and a security guard obviously jack up the rent. Yeah. Mind you, I don't know why. I mean, it depends. If it's a gated community, the pool and that don't really seem to make much of a difference, the security guard and that. I mean, classic example being places like that, Richmond Homes, which is a strange place. I will do a vlog on that next week, because I'm going to go there on Tuesday. A friend of ours has got a leaving party. So I might do a little video walking around, show you what it's like in terms of ghost town, deserted. You know, it's one of these developments. They've built it, they've made everything too small, they've overpriced, and no one lives there. But the thing about it, I've had a few friends. I've got a couple of friends living there now. There's a huge swimming pool. Swimming pool's really nice. You know, they got a pickleball court, so they got facilities there are nice, but it's a strange place on a guard. But we looked at a couple of places there. One place there, for 15,000 a month, and didn't like it at all. Townhouse, tiny. Got a friend who's living in one of them now, and they're paying 20,000 a month. So I don't know if they're overpaying or the going rate there now is 20,000. I'm not sure, but there you go. It's at a time there's actually going to be a property sale value website next year with real selling prices, so they say. What, you mean like a Zoopla or something where you can put in the postcode and it gives you a rough estimate of the price? Plastered Finger, in the dining area, does not have a bar then, with parental consent. Right, if the dining area does not have a bar then, with parental consent, the drinking age is 5. What? But I bet most publicans know this, although restaurants might claim company policy. So we're talking about the Philippines. If the dining area does not have a bar, then with parental consent, the drinking age is 5. Is that right? Well, Billy, you are font of all knowledge. Well, there you go, Dengo. You can both go on the lash. But I bet most publicans know this. Although restaurants might claim company policy. I think it depends on the restaurant. I don't think your local sari-saris and that are going to give a fig, to be honest with you. But, you know, it's a strange place. There are a lot of unusual rules in the Philippines. Draconian, shall we say, which would put you off coming here potentially. But certainly in places like Dumaguete, Siquijor, for example, they're not enforced at all. I mean, they may be the rules, but no one bats an eyelid in terms of the authority over here, as a rule. But then you hear other places, parts of Manila, Davao, you know, they really are enforced. So, I mean, it's a bit of a lottery, but certainly things tend to be very free and easy on the enforcement front in Dumaguete. And I was actually talking to a guy, well, John was in the conversation, guy's been here like 30 plus years or 25 years or whatever. And I asked him, because he's travelled around, I said, I keep hearing these horror stories about this will happen to you if you do this and that will happen to you if you do that. But is that because Dumaguete's a lot slacker and the other places are stricter? Or is it because it's just bullshit horror stories? And he said Dumaguete's always been, you know, slacker. You know, he's more relaxed here. They don't, you know, rules are rules, but they're made to be broken kind of thing tends to be the view. Certainly, because I heard horror stories when you come over here, the police will stop you for this and they always want bribes for, you know, if you haven't got your helmet. Absolute nonsense. In Dumaguete and in Siquijor, you know, it's, but as I say, maybe different in Cebu. I don't know. I'm not a font of knowledge on that front. But that's interesting, Billy. I did not know that. Well, no. Sean, you're right. Just think value for money in the PI is poor. If the landlord don't adjust, no one will go at all. Yeah, basically. Well, West Ham kept you captain, which is a huge statement. Yeah, it's a big statement, mate. It is a big statement. I don't think for 1 second that Kretinsky is going to like be an Abramovich, you know, come in and pour billions into the club and like make us into a super club. But I think he's a very astute businessman. And we've always wondered why he's a minority shareholder, what his game is, what he's intending to do. Because he's still got a majority shareholding in Sparta Prague. Can I speak English? But I think what he's going to do is he's going to make it. He's going to get us back into the Premier League, and then I think he's hoping that someone else will buy it. Oh, he's going to make it more saleable. But it's been amazing to see what a difference he's made. Because the guy's worth, I think, 12, 13 billion, and just without spending money. It's like, you know, Sullivan, we've always been so bad at getting money back from players. I think, you know, we always sell at a loss. You know, we'll ask for 50 million. Someone will come in with 35 million, we'll crumble, we'll take it. You know, Declan Rice, I think, was the first player for about 5-10 years or something, we'd actually made a profit on. And then we'll every season we'd buy some of them for 25-30 million, sell them for 10 or loan them out the next season. You know, and since Kaczynski's taken over, he's like, no, we don't sell, you know, and you know, and unless the price is met, the price ain't met, not going anywhere. And it's worked. I mean, look at it, 85 million for Fernandes. We've just got 55 million for Somerville. I mean, these are sums we would never have got under Sullivan. And, you know, we'll hopefully start buying some players soon. But yeah, he flew Bowen out, made him an offer he couldn't refuse. He's talking to Mavropanos now, who's our centre-half, who was a hammer year last year. It looks like he's going to make him an offer he can't refuse. So, I mean, happy days, mate. I mean, I am actually, and I think 90% of West Ham players are, fans would say the same thing. Touch on wood. We're glad we got relegated. Happy we got relegated, because it seems to have got rid of Sullivan, who's been like a cancer to that club, and it's ushered in a new era. So if you'd told me before I had a choice, stay up and keep Sullivan or get relegated and get rid of Sullivan, we'd all have said get relegated. But anyway, I've got to shut now because I've lost. My viewers have just been dropping down. They're not interested in West Ham. I can relate to that. Would you recommend, I've got carried away here now. Living a life, would you recommend staying in one area or moving around Douma, Becon, Darwin, Valencia over the course of a month? Well, it depends what you're trying to do, mate. I mean, I wouldn't move. I'd just get a place for a month. I mean, if you were thinking of moving and living here permanently, and you were coming for 6 months, I'd say probably might be a good idea to have a couple of months in 2 or 3 places, get the feel for it. But realistically, if you came here for a month and stayed a week in each place, you wouldn't get a feel for it. When I first moved up to Valencia, I really liked it for the first week, maybe 2 weeks. Then after about, well, maybe even a month. But then after I was like, no, I don't like it, but I don't want to get out of it. Because there were loads of stuff like water shortages and brownouts, and it's just so quiet up there. We thought about living there again now because it is cooler, but I know a lot more people now. So, I mean, it doesn't, you know what I mean? It's not that far from town, but, you know, what I'm saying is, I don't think you'll learn a lot. By staying in Valencia for a week and staying in Becon for a week, you're going to pay a lot more for your accommodation because you're not going to get a monthly rate. And it's not going to tell you enough about the place to know whether it's for you or not, if that's your intention. So no, personally, I mean, it's horses for courses, but I wouldn't see much point in it. Really, Sean, there's a hotel called The Go, which is at the back of Robinson's. I've never stayed there. But I know a couple of people who've lived there long term, and I think it's 23,000 a month, and it's supposed to be all right. I was talking, I'm not going to mention any names, but someone I know in Sideways, they've been living about 9 months now, and they love it. So I mean, you know, it is just going to be a room. You don't have a kitchen, I don't think, or anything like that. But I mean, if you know, and it's by Robinson's, it's a good location in terms of the city and things. I think, just to say, I mean. Because I'm thinking you're asking before, don't know anywhere to stay. But you might want to rent a place. I mean, I don't know, Sean, what your ambitions are, but for me, I wouldn't move around. The Placid Finger, or sorry, UK. Those are the rules in the UK. Let me go back again. See if that's right. If the diner does not have a bar, then the parental consent. The drinking age is 5. But I bet most publicans know this, although restaurants might claim company policy. I don't know if is it 5? No, it's not. Are you sure? 16, as I recall. I'll have to look that up, but that doesn't seem right at all. Might be 5 in your own place. I mean, I've been made to look a fool, but I'm sure it's either 15 or 16 in the UK. Yeah, it can't be 5. I'll eat my hat, and I don't even have a hat, if that's right. I think you're talking about over here. Well, I suppose they have a bar. They're not necessarily classed as a restaurant. They're classed as a bar. I don't know anyway. Right now I know what you're talking about anyway. Well, sorry, right. It's end of time. It's the government. Real selling price values websites next year. They can enforce and property taxes while claiming transparency. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, but will that apply to rents, rental properties? I don't see how it can really, but there you go. But I mean, just use AI, yeah, and you can use AI for that kind of plastered thing. I mean, properties at the end of the day are worth what people rent them for. I mean, that's the reality of it. Market forces and all that good stuff. Plastered finger. The amount of people that really look young to me that have tattoos surprises me. We're jumping around in the chat tonight, aren't we? Well, I know for a fact the age of a tattoo in the UK is 18. I don't know what it is here. Are you talking about me, Billy? Are you thinking I look so young with my tattoos? I'm going to take that as a compliment. I know you're not, but I'm going to pretend you were talking about me. I'm 54, mate. But yeah, it's amazing how tattoos have become so much more acceptable these days. Not frowned upon at all, it would appear. Or certainly not frowned on like they used to be. I mean, there was a time when I was growing up, if you had tattoos, people used to think you were a pirate or something. You know, but these days, I mean, yeah, you see all sorts of famous and influential people covered in with sleeves. So I was talking about someone the other day. When I first came, there's a tattooist called the Black Rose, which is a very good reputation over here. And one of the things I planned to do the first few months I got it, I was going to get sleeves on both arms. I was going to get them all done completely tattooed over, no skin at all. I mean, I wasn't going to go to the hands. I was going to stop just there. And I've got no idea why I didn't. I thought about that for a few months, and I'd looked at the tattooist and I'd done my research and all that. But somehow the idea went in the ether. And now I've got no intention of getting it done. Strange how you can best laid plans of mice and men and all that kind of thing. See Ellen, I can see her in the background working away. She's making shepherd's pie for dinner. God bless her. Aye, shepherd's pie. Got to teach her to make saveloys next. And I can have oi saveloy. Just noticed we've got no Jim in the chat tonight. He must be on his journey back to Blighty. God bless him. If you ever watch this, safe journey to you and Nora, mate. Well, if you ever watched this, the journey went all right, didn't it? I suppose, because you won't watch it, we didn't. But anyway. John Mesters. Living life. Distances are not as such a nature that you will be travelling for hours to get somewhere. If you rent a scooter, Darwin is about 30 minutes from the boulevard, Valencia about 20 minutes. Yeah, he knows, mate. This is Sean, he's been here. He was staying, he moved a couple of times last time. He rented a scooter last time. I think he rented a scooter from Goldfinger, if I remember correctly. And he stayed up there, Henry, and he stayed in a couple of places, and he went over to City Hall. He knows the area, mate. Obviously not fantastic. He was only here for a few weeks, but he has been and he has travelled around. He's even been to Foodnet with me late one night. And we didn't eat. Dengo Philippines, we are coming over for the diving and the water sports. Well, there you go. Darwin is the place for that. Hell of a lot of dive schools down there, and it's so Zamboanga. And Sigil, I mean, you get a lot of diving here. You won't get breathtakingly beautiful beaches in Darwin or whatever. It's all dark like sand, but apparently the lots of turtles and wonderful things like that. Don't think it's certainly not, from what I understand, it's not like, you know, Red Sea levels, but it's supposed to be quite good. It depends what you want. But yeah, you get a lot of diving here, mate. John Mesters, well, I keep jumping around here. Too heavy on the finger, said the actress to the bishop. John Mesters, living life. If you find a place you like in Douma, I would stay in one place and everything is drivable in maximum 30 minutes. I think he could do a lot worse. I mean, if you want to... I mean, it depends what you want to pay. I can put you... Like, there's an Airbnb I stayed in when I first moved here. which, nah, I wouldn't, you might not want that, but it's in Sibyland. But yeah, I mean, the Go might work for you for a month, but I shouldn't get involved in this kind of stuff, to be honest. I mean, I will with you, Sean, 'cause you're a friend, but I have recommended, I have helped people out with, it's going to be a video I'm going to do soon, because it got me thinking the other day, can you be too nice for the Philippines? I have helped a few people in terms of coming over here who've wanted help with a hotel and somewhere to stay and all the rest of it. And my God, it has backfired on me, and people have fallen out because of it. And like, note to self, I keep saying, don't get involved. It's a thankless task. I'm not talking about you, but I'm saying, I don't know what, I think when I'm mentioning the Go, I think, why am I doing that? The Go, I should stay out of these things. I'm no ex. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. I mumble away then to myself. Living a life, what happens over there when the landlord breaks a lease, such as aircon issues? Do you have any recourse? Yeah, well, it depends. It depends what's in the contract, doesn't it? But I mean, let's get this straight. He hasn't really broke. He's just busy doing other stuff, and I've not really laboured the point. I could get on to him tomorrow, start shouting my mouth off, and I'm sure he'd get it done in a couple of days. I just take the view, we don't really use it. I'm not in it, it's like, I don't really feel the heat. It's like when we did the live the other day with John and Joe. So it was over, they had to run outside. I said, my God, it's hot, I need to get some fresh air. And I'm saying, is it? I hadn't noticed, you know what I mean? So I've kind of got it in my mind. I said to him, I'd get it sorted when it first went. And he said, fine, get it sorted, just send me the bill. And I didn't really I couldn't get it done for a few months, you know what I mean? So since I've handed it over to him, I'm taking the view, well, I couldn't get it sorted for a few months, and he's in Thailand, so why should, you know what I mean? It's like, fair's enough, it's difficult, but I am getting to the point. But if it was something that really bothered me, but in terms of the leases, I mean, just sign a sensible lease. I mean, the reality is, it should be in there that the landlords have to get things done in a certain period of time. If they don't do that, then you could just move out, couldn't you? But you might not get your deposit back. I mean, the reality is, you don't have the same kind of legal protections you do in a Western country. But then again, it's a lot of hassle to take people to small claims courts and things in the UK and that just to get deposit back. I mean, these things can take a long time. But I mean, generally where it would stand is, if a landlord didn't do stuff, you could go to the barangay captain, you could do this. But most places only charge a month's rent, which is like, most people just walk out and say to the landlord, look, screw you. And the landlord can't really come after you for the rest of the contract if he hasn't been, fixing things. But you need to document it. But I don't know. No expert. I've not really had these things. I mean, I've fallen out with the last land, and I don't want to fall out with this one. But there you go. Jack Star, put it in perspective. 2-bed, 2-bath house, 100 million from the beach. I think it's Bankrut. 100 metres from the beach, £245, fully furnished, in less electricity, water, Wi-Fi. There you go. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's cheap, isn't it? Where's Bankrut? Yeah, that's what I'd expect. I mean, it's like, you can get, once you go down Pattaya and you end up towards Bang San or whatever, that stretch down there, as soon as you get a few kilometres out like Jomtien or whatever, they're really cheap. Because you're not, you're away from things, which is exactly what you're going to be like in Samogiti. You're going to be away from things. You're going to get, it's crazy. I mean, there's a channel I watch from time to time, Tim Newton's TNT, and he's in Turtle Beach in Koh Samui, which is a little town. A lot more going on there than there is in Zamboanga, but fraction of the price. I mean, it's just crazy. But all it takes is for a few silly people to pay it, and then they all think, oh, if they can get that, they'll get that, and they'll wag it up. But it won't last because the majority of people aren't stupid enough to pay it. You know what I mean? It's at the time you normally have a clause in the lease that anything, say, under 5k that needs to be fixed, then it's on you. If something is broken, you have 30 days from start to inform the landlord. Then it's on them. Well, that might be the way it is where you are. It might be the way, you know what I'm saying? I'm not disagreeing with you, mate. I'm just saying I have signed 3 contracts with different landlords, and I've not had any terms in there about 5k or anything like that. And I've never had the 30 days in there. I mean, I don't know where you get it. I mean, you know, maybe. I mean, what I've found is there isn't a standard contract over here. Each time I've signed a contract, but mind you, I've rented off Westerners. They've downloaded it off. They've just got a contract off online, you know, and downloaded it. You know, it's like, you know, it's here. I'm responsible for any damage that isn't reasonable wear and tear. And he's responsible to repair anything within a reasonable space of time. And he's been really good about most things. Really good about most things. It's only recently, and I'm not going to get into why I think that is, but there are things which, not that I've done, but anyway, I'm not going to go down that tunnel. Certainly not on a live. But yeah, I mean, I'm not aware of a universal contract. But maybe I'm wrong. You know, Jack Star, it's my birthday Friday, 55 years young. Happy birthday, Jack. I will we'll have to have a little party for you. I'm going to a birthday party on Friday. I will have a drink for you there, Jack. Yeah, there you go. Happy birthday, 55 years young. I thought I was a year older than you, but I'm not. I'm 6 months younger. There you go. I do get confused. Jerry Stanley, hello, Jerry. Hey, mate, not priced for most of the locals. Google says 4% make 80k a month. Yeah, no, yeah. No, exactly. It's end of time. Happy advanced birthday. Living a life. Happy birthday, Jack. Jack Star. Thanks, guys. Blasted finger. Goddaughter is calling. I'll see you later. Yeah, take care, Billy. Be lucky, mate. So, what are you going to do on your 55th birthday? What are you going to do, mate? What are your plans? Charter a plane, nip over to Paris, drink champagne and caviar on the Champs-Élysées. What are you going to do, mate? John Mesters, Food Net by the Bridge, infamous place. It is an infamous place. I tell you what, I'm well behind on the chat if you're just getting there now. Good Lord, I better catch up. Jack Star, no worries, later, buddy. John Mesters, when my father came to visit for 4 weeks, I put him in a suite in Hotel Nicanor, close to the boulevard and downtown. We went everywhere by scooter. Doom isn't that big to get around. I don't know where the Hotel Nicanor is. I don't really. There's only a couple of hotels on the boulevard I actually know the names of. I mean, I know they are hotels because you see the hotels, but I never really taken notice. For some reason, the red bricks has always stuck in my mind. Well, it's because I know someone who stayed there or whatever, but I know the name of that one, but the rest are all a blur to me. I know there's some quite nice ones on the lower end because you see them outside with the old Major D's and that, but I don't know what they're called. I've always wondered why people stay there. I think they must just be travelling to another island because it's not a tourist destination, but you've got a hell of a lot of hotels on the boulevard. Sean, had a good night at Food Net. I probably need a kitchen for that long. Okie dokie. Well, if you need a kitchen, Airbnb it is. Jack Star, it's between Harhin and Surat Thani. Looks a quiet seaside town with 12k sand, beautiful beach. Well, there you go. There you go. I've never heard of it before. John Misters, eating out is about the same price as cooking yourself some decent meal. I never cook when we go out. For every meal, I would order on Food Panda and Grab. Now, I can vouch for that. It's true. He does. He does. Yeah. Living a life. Your buddy Joe has mentioned Zamboanguita a couple of times. I don't know why this place sticks in my mind. Perhaps a drive down there will cure that. I don't know why he's mentioned it either. It's, yeah, well, take a drive down there. I think it's about an hour and a half. I think the beaches are quite nice, but I think it's more a dive place than anywhere else. But check it out, mate. It's all same to me over here. I think I've not travelled anywhere and thought, wow, this feels different. But the little travelling I have done, because you're going to go down the road. You've got the the circumference highway, which goes around the whole island. I have headed up towards Sibilan. I've been up that way as far as Pamplona. In terms of the other route, I've not gone past Darwin because there's not that much down there in terms of compared to the other way. So you've got regular buses and a lot of action going down there because it goes to quite a few cities. There's not a lot. I mean, there's hardly any buses go down there, coaches or anything. Anyway. Yeah, check it out. You might like it. Don't know why Joe likes it so much. Lost on me, but we're all different. And it's not like somewhere, I mean, we often get invited to go places with peoples and things. It's never come up in conversation going there by anyone. Never heard of anyone on a party there or a beach thing or whatever. So, I mean, it's just never come into conversation. It's at the time, I think Andy Berman has mentioned the North Sea Oil opening up, Jack Star. Hope that's good news for you, mate. Yeah, he's done some good things so far, Andrew Burnham. He has done some good things so far. He's going to abolish homelessness or rough living and taking the old vodka tonic off the electricity bills. I have high hopes for him. And yeah, North Sea Oil. Only on a temporary thing. He's not talking about long plan, is he? But he's talking about opening up as much as possible while the transition goes through. John Mesters, living a life in Zamboanguita. He's only small but has some nice resorts and good for diving. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what it's for, mate. I mean, okay, I've not been there. Oh, you're going to wave hello, little Ellen?
I know, I'm so filthy.
She's so filthy, so filthy. She's a dirty girl. There you go. Yeah, I think people go there for the diving. Also, the port to Upper Island is Zamboanguita. Yeah, I've heard the ports there for Upper Island. I've not been to Upper Island, but you can get there other ways, can't you? I mean, I'm sure there are small boats that go over there, isn't there? Or do you have to, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, as I understand it, but I say never been. I think it's just a place where people go if they're on diving holidays. You know, they stay in the resorts and they dive. Well, they might do a bit of like, you know, exploration, but it's not a place, you know, it's, well, I think I said it all. There's not a lot there, as far as I know. But I don't know. But that doesn't stop me talking about things, does it? Brian Dawson, good evening there. Brian Dawson on my lunch break. What are you having for your lunch, Brian? Welcome on board, mate. Always nice when you can make it. We'll have to think of something exciting to talk about, so Brian doesn't waste his lunch break talking to us. Are you going to wave now? See, she's not going to wave. All we're asking for is a wave. You're going to have to walk past. You're going to try and move around. There is no way you can get round here without the camera catching.
You're so annoying.
Just wave.
No.
There we are.
You know why I got so filthy? Because I was cleaning the kitchen. Cleaning everything.
Yeah, well, good for you. It's about time. It's cleaning the kitchen and cooking the dinner. That's what we want. Brian Dawson, ham and tomato sandwich. You're showing off, mate. You're showing off. Ham and tomato sandwiches. Good God, I wish I could afford those. Ham and tomato sandwich. It's an interesting combination, that. Yeah. Not one of my favourites, but no, you know, ham and tomato can be quite nice. I think about it. Like a nice ham. I had we went to Delacy's the other day. Ellen wanted to try a croissant. I had the bacon and eggs, bacon and scrambled eggs croissant. She had the ham and cheese croissant that I had when I went there with John. And we swapped over halfway through. I really liked her ham. Yeah, I could eat a ham. Well, I couldn't because I can't get any. But a nice ham and tomato sandwich on granary bread would be very nice now. Living a life. Hey to Ellen. Brian Dawson with plum chutney. Plum chutney, now you're talking, brother. Yeah, God, I want a ham and cheese sandwich. Yeah, that's it. See, if you're going to throw in plum chutney, had to be a ham and cheese sandwich. Homemade plum chutney, or did you purchase it? Jack Star, the MP is just as bad. When you go back to Wales, buddy, there will be a tourist tax. Get a grip. The MP, living life, Sicky Hall trip still on. Yes, it's just debatable whether we are going for 1 night or 2 nights. We're definitely going for 1 night. We're all booked up, and our friends, well, I'm not sure if they all are, but yeah, we're all booked up. So we're going to go for 1 night. We might go for 2 nights if we can find a reliable person to look after the beasts. But I think I quite like the idea of having 2. But you've got to be realistic. I mean, I've been sick all week. I've been suffering from migraines, which I very rarely get, but I've had them every day. And I put that down to my heavy drinking during the England week, because I was on it several nights, drinking all night. It's either that or my glasses. I don't know what it is. But either way, part of me would like to stay there for 2 nights. But the other part of me knows first night we're going to hit it, going to be down JJ's, I'm going to be on it. I'm going to feel lousy the next day, so I wouldn't. Anyway, I don't know. I'm thinking out loud again. John Mesters, I hear the smoked ham is on sale at Why Not, as is the smoked cheese and other items. Unacceptable humour, that, John. Unacceptable. There's people's livelihoods we're talking about there. Yeah. I bet they did Google ham and cheese there before the fire, because they had a Delicatessens next door, didn't they? Never sure who went there, though. Never heard of anyone saying they get their ham and that from there. I mean, it's all gone now, isn't it? I mean, is it the Delicatessens burnt out as well? I'd have to take a look down there. But everyone seems to get it from Belchris. Rick MB, good evening from Sin City, here for the Tyson Fury fight. Let's have it. Really? Hello, mate. How you doing? Where are you staying? Can't believe you travelled down for that, mate. That is I didn't know it was. So is this weekend? Is it? That's a shocking fight to an opponent for him. But there you go. Enjoy it, though. Enjoy it. I've had many a fantastic night in Vegas. Brian Dawson. This is my last full-time week. Start part-time work next week until get things sorted here before I make the move. Hey, well done, brother. Well done. Are you looking forward to that? Congratulations. How many hours a week is part-time? Brian Dawson, got to go. Okay, we will never know the answer to that one. Well, take care, brother. Enjoy your sandwich. Catch you again sometime. Jack Star, nice one, Brian. Good for you, buddy. Jack Star, no, I usually go for the meat and 2 veg. Good Lord. Have you got something you want to tell us, Jack? Really? You chose my channel to come out. Well done, brother. No, it's, there you go. John Mesters. I don't think you are that persuasion, Jack, but if you were, it wouldn't matter. We are very welcoming family here at Speaking of Asia. John Mesters, the Delicatessen side of Why Not has opened again for your info. Has it really? Wow. I was joking, by the way, John. I know you Dutch don't always have the same sense of humour. I wasn't really shocked by your humour. Nothing wrong with a bit of gallery humour on this channel. Vic MB, I'm staying in the old Vic pub right in the middle direction of Soy 16. Oh my God. I thought you were talking about Las Vegas, Sin City. I didn't know you meant Patty. I'm thinking, what? There you go. I thought you were talking about, yeah, because I'm thinking, wait a minute, they're not fighting in Patty, and they're not fighting in Las Vegas, are they? They're fighting in, they're fighting in Thailand. I'm an idiot. Yeah, he's fighting the Polish guy, and he's fighting him in Thailand, isn't he? I know the old Vic pub very well. I used to go there, do my visa runs. I don't know if I doubt they still do it, because I don't think you can do the land cross borders anymore, border crossers anymore. But yeah, the old Victoria used to get there 5, 6 in the morning. They had breakfast included. They'd drive you up in a minibus, you cross the border, and you come back and have lunch. Done that a few times, but that's the only time I've ever been in there. Yeah, Soy 6, not my street. What are the rooms like there? Food was pretty lousy, to be honest with you. But I think that was the all-inclusive. I'm sure if you ordered off the menu, because the stuff that was included with the trip was shite. But yeah, I do know that bar. I do know that pub, rather. But there you go. Probably the only place I do know the name of on Soy 6, really. Yeah, I can't believe I got that so wrong with Vegas and that. Sean, one night's not enough for me. Checkout is too early. It doesn't feel like a real stay less than 24 hours, really. Yeah, I know what you're saying, and I used to think that way, but you know, what are we coming back to? It's not like we're coming back to work or anything. I mean, we're 10 minutes from the bloody ferry crossing. The ferry takes 45 minutes. You know, you're in San Juan, so you're basically talking 2 hours from leaving here, 2 hours back. You know, one night at JJ's is enough for me. I mean, I've got to remember, I used to live there. There's not anything I want to do there, really, in terms of, I mean, we'll do something, might go to the waterfalls or whatever, because Ellen hasn't been there, go down Peloton Beach. But I hear you, if you're on a holiday, then yeah, you definitely want more. But, I mean, I'm not fussed about it. We might end up going for 2 if I can get someone to look. You know, we're just weighing up what's best on the animals and the rest. We may go for 2 nights. But, you know, the question is, what would one do there? One night at JJ's enough for me. Could go to some of the local bars there and do things, but if I'm not there, I'd go to some of the local bars here, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, but yeah, I hear you. Frankly Brian, hi Simon. Which nationalities do you think have the most similar sense of humour to the Brits? Hello Frankly, how you doing, mate? Irish and Australians, I would say, are the closest to us in terms of comedy. What do you think? Jack Star, Rick is Pat's dead. Rick is Pat's dead. Indie South retracted their message. Rick is Pat's dead. I'm getting very confused here. Elaborate, Jack, elaborate. Planet Jonesy, good day, Simon. Hello, mate, how you doing? Jerry Stanley, moving next week, mate. Wish me luck. Lapu Lapu, 20 minutes to airport. You moving to Lapu Lapu, are you? Well, there you go. Good luck. Good luck. Enjoy. Yeah, I'm wishing you luck, mate. We're all wishing you luck. Good luck, Jerry. Jackstar, are you meeting up with Guy from Northeast? Forgot his name. Seemed a good egg. Paul, I might bump into him. Haven't arranged anything. There's a few of us going over here, like, you know. No, I mean, I might cross his path. But no, I haven't mentioned to him that I'm going over there. As I say, it's there's 3 couples going, so not really the time to meet up with other people and, you know, go and do things. But I mean, our paths might cross, but then they didn't pass last time I was there. I mean, I will probably return to a couple of scene of the crime bars. I'm not that angry anymore as I was, so I didn't particularly go to the places that some of my older friends used to frequent last time, but I might do this time, you know, bury the hatchet. But yeah. Simon James, another Simon. Hey mate. Hey Simon, how are you? Welcome to the chat. Rick MB Jackstar 3226. Yes, it's kind of dead. Oh, now I get it. Now I get it. Even with the big boxing match, many bars are empty. Also, it's raining a lot, which doesn't help. Now I get it. I do apologise, Jack. It makes sense now. You're asking Rick if Pattaya is dead. What time of year is it now? Yeah, well, high season, low season, isn't it? Low season. Right, where have I gone now? Frankie Bryan, yes. Where are they actually fighting then? Where is the fight? I know it's in Thailand, but I don't know where it is. Is it in Pattaya? Frankie Bryan, yeah, the Anglosphere countries plus the Dutch. You just need to watch some of the Brit stand-ups and recede around the world, e.g. Jimmy Carr. Yeah, I've got some Americans that like a sense of humour, but it's a bit different. But yeah, it is, yeah. I mean, our humour is, I think, we're known for having slightly darker humour than most other countries, I think. But yeah. He said at the time, Irish are funnier, Aussies are coarser, Brits are drier. Irish are the funniest, are they? There you go. That's your opinion. Yeah, you might be right. I do know some. The accent helps. Aussies are coarser. I don't know, I can be quite coarse, mate. Brits are drier. I'd say Brits are darker, but yeah, dry, dark, I don't know. I mean, there are some, like Germans have got quite a dry sense of humour. I've never associated us with a dry sense of humour, but maybe we do, I don't know. John Mesters at Lapu Lapu, 20 minutes from Mactan, with the traffic there, at least 1 hour, if you're lucky. Yeah, I would have to side with you on that one. Yeah, I mean, I'm no expert, but it took us a lot longer than 20 minutes to get from the yeah, anyway. There you go. Traffic is diabolical in Cebu. Why are you moving there again? I thought you were moving up to Iloilo. I do get confused. Simon James, good to see you at Sideways last week. Mary Joy, love chatting to Helen. I'm back in the USA now. Catch up with you when I'm back in January. Okay, Simon. I do apologise. I did not put the. Yeah, I think you've got a different name on your Facebook account, haven't you? I know you're Simon, but it threw me. I'm sure you've got a different account name on Facebook. That's why I didn't put the name to the face. Yeah, good to see it. Nice meeting you again, mate. I don't mind if. He's a funny guy, Simon. He came over for a couple of weeks. He ended up staying about 3 months. Kept extending. It has that effect on you. I couldn't believe it when I saw him in Sideways last week. I thought he'd gone about 2-3 months ago. But he stayed. Now he's back in January. Yeah, it's Ellen. ELLEN, not Helen. Not that it matters. But yeah, she seemed a nice girl. Yeah. Did you get back okay? They didn't bump you again on your flight? Jackstar, I believe Pattaya is dead. No tourists yet. Jomtien is looking the place to be, certainly for me. What the hell's that dog doing? What's going on? Why, what's the dog? Oh, very confused. Yeah, Jomtien, well, Pattaya is evolving, isn't it? It's kind of like morphing. I mean, it's nearly a year since we were there now, or over it. What the hell is going on? Where is the dog? Is it there or there? I can hear it scratching on the glass. What? Let him out, please. Let him go out. Because it's changing, isn't it? I mean, Walking Street's died a death, but Walking Street was always a tourist trap, wasn't it? I mean, no one self-respecting goes to Walking Street. But it was like Tree Town had really exploded out, and Soi Buakhao was doing okay. But yeah, Jomtien is growing and growing and growing. So it'll be weird in 15 years to see how that place looks. What's going on now? See, I get worried then because Ellen's a wonderful lady, but she leaves doors open and things, and I'm terrified the kitten will get out. I'm just going to check a second. Where is the cat? What has she done? Where's the cat?
Huh?
The cat. You haven't. I want to make sure you close the door. Rick MB, yes, fighters in Pattaya Friday night. Tyson has been living Pattaya for almost a year now. Really? Why? I know he was in Thailand. I knew he was training there. It's a ridiculous fight, to be honest with you. I mean, Moses Atuma knocked him out in 2 rounds. He's about four years past his peak. Yeah, strange fight. But there you go. I just assumed, because I've seen him in his training camps now, I've seen your interview on IFL and things like that. I just assumed he was on one of the islands. I assumed he was like, I don't know, Koh Samui, Pattaya, somewhere like that. Not Pattaya, Phuket, somewhere like that. I don't know, I didn't surprised by that, to be honest with you. Which arena was he fighting in then? Jack Star Simon, got a kind of vlog idea which might interest you. I'll DM you later. Good man, do it Jack, do it. I'll be looking forward to reading that. What does DM stand for, by the way? I know it's like, you know, it's a personal message. Like, why is it called DM? Just, oh, direct message. Ellen, bless her, has just answered that. Okay, I suppose that's quite straightforward then. Well, someone gave me an idea for a channel the other day. In fact, it is Simon, who is in the chat. Not for me to do it, he just told me he has an idea for a channel, which I think is very interesting. I think it's a very good idea. And I wouldn't steal it, I'm not that kind of person, but I did think that is a damn good idea. But I don't want to say it on here, because he's only done a couple of videos, and I don't know if he's uploaded them or what the score is. Unless Simon wants to say what it is, but that was a good idea. Anyway, I'll be very interested to hear what your idea is, Jack. Planet Jonesy, hey mate, is Parvo bad there in the Philippines? We have lost one of our dogs here in Bali. I think one has it again. They have both had the needles. Yeah, Parvo is a thing over here. Yeah, it's quite a big thing over here with the dogs. That's a shock if they've been vaccinated. Case has been vaccinated for it, but from what you're saying, it sounds like he could still get it anyway. I do think, or one of our theories is that's what Fred died of, because we had the 2 dogs outside, Fred and Perry. The general consensus seems to be it was Parvo, but don't know, vet never got to see him. He was dead before the vet could come, and no idea where he went. He just disappeared. So he died around here somewhere, bless him. But yeah, I've known a few people whose dogs have died of Parvo. You've got to watch it, but you can't really watch it. I mean, how can you watch it? It is you know, it's dangerous. You can get it coming off the shoes. I mean, all you can do is get them vaccinated and hope that the vaccination covers them. But sorry to hear about your dogs. Rick, I like Jomtien as well. Also, Phra Nack is a nice area to live. Yeah, I liked it in Jomtien in comparison to living in Pattaya, definitely. I know a lot of people who live up Phra Nack. That's a popular area. Yeah. Jack Star, oh, what's the generator update? Did it get sorted? Yes, kind of. It is all in working order. A very good friend of mine, Tim, who was an engineer, diesel engines, came around and sorted it out. And he was a soldier, because I got he came, anyway, yeah, he came, I'm not going to go into full details, But I had a migraine. I'd been up all night waiting, and he said, just get your head down and leave it to me. And he changed the oil and did all that. And yeah, he got it going. There's a slight problem with it in the sense that the carburetor might need changing because you put the choke on, you've got to leave the choke kind of half on for it to go smoothly. Now, he said just run it for a while and it might come out, or put some cleaner in with the fuel, you know, engine cleaner, because he reckons there's a small pipe which might be a tiny little bit blocked. If that doesn't work, change the carburetor. But it's working. I mean, it plows on. The only problem is we've worked out the thing that Ellen hasn't got, or we're guessing, the two things that were missing were the fuel sight for, you know, like funnel. But it's right, we got that came with the jerry can I bought. But we haven't got the leads, you know, the power out, which you can, you know, the extension lead with the sockets to plug things in. So yes, it worked. Started first time. He just gave it a once over, checked the oil and did all that kind of stuff. Checked a few bits and bobs, so I don't know what he was checking. And he said, right, let's chuck the oil in, petrol in, sorry. Put the petrol in, started it up, started second pull. Then he fiddled around with the choke and did a couple of other things. And said, like, you know, it's we might down the road have to look at the carburetor again. And then I was feeling sick. I got started migraine. He said, well, look, you get your done. I'm going to change the oil. Because I bought some oil. So he changed the oil and yeah, it's good to go now. I've just got to go. What's the name of that shop?
Polaris?
There's a place in Idumageti called Polaris, which is very highly rated. I've taken a couple of photos of the sockets where the lead goes into, and a couple of my friends said, just go Polaris, show them a picture of the sockets, and they'll sort you out of a lead and that to go in and power it off. So yeah, it all seems to be good. You know, it produces power, it runs all right. You know, the jobs are good, and just I think that's the thing that was missing. Or maybe it didn't come with it. I don't know. Maybe generators don't come with that. I mean, was it a lead that came with it, sweetie? I bet you don't know, do you?
What? That is missing?
Yeah. Did the lead come with it? Do you remember?
It's called starter.
Yeah. Well, Ellen says it's called start thingy, but it's not start thingy because that works fine. It's got all that stuff. Anyway, there you go. So it's good news. Bloody noisy though. Bloody noisy. I think we're going to have to put it down at the far end of the house when we use it, because it's too close to our neighbours. And I felt a bit bad using it, but the day I went out the next day with some friends, and I said, because you want validation from people, don't you? And they said, how's your generator? Did Tim get it going? I said, yeah. I said, but I'm a bit worried about using it because it's a bit noisy. To which their consensus with the neighbours and that, they both said, like, fuck them. It's the Philippines. Like, when the power goes off, generators, everyone's got generators, it makes noise, fuck them, you know, you need your power. Thought fair enough. I like that way of thinking. Planet Jonesy, going to the vet soon as the wife gets home. Well, good luck with that. It's a very serious illness. You know, you lost a dog, but I have heard of a couple of friends whose dogs had parvo, and the vet put them on antibiotics, and they made it through. But equally, I know a lot of people have lost their pets with that, so best of luck to you. Would the vet not come out? The vet's come out here. But yeah, good luck with that. It's bad when your pets, it's always heartbreaking when your pets are ill. Living a life. I must say, you are putting me off the thoughts of any pets. Okay. I am, or he is. Yeah. Well, I didn't want any pets, to be honest with you. I mean, it's like, once you give the commitment, they're yours, they're your kids for life. But yeah, I did quite well to avoid pets for the first few years. But then it all went tits up with trouble was, when I saved pencil, once I felt, what are you moaning about? What are you mumbling about? You're sitting there, when you have one, you can do a big thing, tapping away on the phone. Good Lord, woman. As my mother said, if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Isn't nice? It's about reality.
Isn't nice, man. I'm going to tell you, listen, I know how to deal with this. I will turn the camera around on you in a minute if you carry on. Oh, she just went like that. There's a hard puncher.
Never punched you.
You completely, well done, congratulations. I've lost my train of thought now. I don't have a clue what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I saved Pencil, and then that, because I never thought Pencil was going to make it. I thought she was like, you know, she was too young, the bottle feeding wouldn't work. And I think that filled me up with like, you know, so I had superpowers when it comes to saving animals. So I saved Case, but not ever doing that again. That dog is he's so high maintenance, so demanding. But there you go. Frankly, Brian, how do you keep your collection of polo shirts from developing mould mildew? Do you run a dehumidifier? Forever replacing my polos in Hong Kong as mould mildew quickly develops. I don't know. That's a good point, though. I'll have to check. I'll have to check my shirts because I've not worn some of them for a while. But never had that problem here, Brian. Brian, is it Brian?
Only the
Yeah, Frank.
stuff.
Never what?
Only the fading stuff.
Yeah, but that's your washing.
See, good John.
That's your. Why is the dog? Who's growling? I can hear dogs growling. Yeah, never had that problem. But I did in Thailand. I think now you remember. Yeah, I better check those shirts because yeah, you're right. Can't have that. But yeah, that can be a thing. But I suppose it's different climate, different humidity. I don't know. But yeah, don't have any mould in this house, do we?
No, molds are only for cold area.
You see, there you go. She's a fond of all. I am going to turn the camera.
John! I don't want to shout. Please don't do that.
She's saying like there, like the font of all knowledge, proclaiming that mould is not a thing. It's only in cold places. Well, why do we have mould in Kombada then? That was a hot place.
Did we?
Yes, up the walls started going right a bit
Yeah,
down.
but there's a leak.
Oh, there you go. You see, so it's got nothing
Oh
to
yeah,
do.
because
Oh,
the way how they structure the house is like so flat on the side. There's no like roof, like over. I don't know how to explain it.
They don't have to. Anyway.
So the radius goes directly to the wall.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm making the point that was not a cold place and you had mould there, so it doesn't have to be just cold places. You get mould here. Probably what we're saying is, the last house we lived in, we did have a little bit of mould in a couple of places, and I think it was quite obvious. We didn't have it there. I think whenever someone moves out, they just paint the house again. But it was towards the end of our tenure there, you could see it was starting to come through. But that was a house design. You know, it was a flat roof or it was leaking down. So, I mean, that was design structure. We don't have that here. Not seen any mould in this place. So, I guess it's a better design house. But then again, it's all glass. So, who knows? Dingo Philippines. He's waving. Is that a goodbye? Dingo Philippines. Chips and Savaloys. Do like Savaloy, mate. Do like a Sav. If you are going, goodbye. If I've misread it, yeah, anyway. I'll add a coffee button for the next video, mate. Be lucky, take care. RLV. Please do speak so slowly, please. Please do speak so slowly, please. You would like me to speak more slowly.
Okay.
Sorry, mate, can't. That would be like asking, I don't know, Lady Gaga to sing in soprano. You know, it's just me, mate. Unfortunately, I can't do that for you. I would be, maybe he should be called Basket Case. It's not me. What are you living a life? Maybe he should be called Basket Case. Who? What's going on? I get so confused here. Do you know what Sean's talking about? RLV, you are retired, I think. So please speak slowly too. Well, I may be retired, mate, but my brain still moves quite quickly. That's why I don't have to speak slowly. The plaster fingers. Go on, Ellen, you tell him. I thought Billy had gone. What's happening? I'm getting very confused here. RLV, to the locals, you are just blabbling and blabbling. Well, I tell you what, mate, when I talk to a lot of locals, they are just blabbling and blabbling to me. There you go. Living the life. The dog. Okay, got ya. The dog. Now it makes sense. See, the thing is, RLV, as I have said before, when I talk to the locals, I talk more slowly because I'm talking with a mission. I need them to understand me. Hence, communication is a two-way street. You have to have feedback, check back, and understanding. Otherwise, you do not have successful communication. This, however, is not that forum. This is me talking to some friends and subscribers, having a relaxed, informal chat. And I think you will find that the vast majority of them can understand me. I'm not talking to locals, so it doesn't really matter what they think, does it? Because this is not a live chat for locals. They're more than welcome to join. And if they did join and they could understand me, it would improve their English greatly. It would improve their comprehension skills. So really, I'm doing them a favour. But Ella's laughing. It's true, isn't it? He's in the time. He's not that fast. Maybe the accent is throwing you off. He's fine. Well, thank you for the it's on time. I appreciate the support, mate. I thought you were going to have a dig at me then and say he's not that fast. He's actually quite slow. Plastered finger. Finished chatting with my goddaughter. Well, I hope all is well with her. Jerry Stanley, yeah, thanks, mate. Been working on a fixer for 2 months. Big house, small lot, but P1 million all in. Well, that's not bad, is it? Well, did I read that right? Yeah, thanks, mate. Been working on a fixer for 2 months. Big house, small lot, but okay. P1M all in. I think P1M means 1 million pesos.
1M? Say that again. Sorry.
P1 space N. Anyway. RLV, inhale, relax, talk.
Yes.
You are retired. I tell you what, RLV, I'm starting to think the problem might be yours, mate. Why don't you take that advice?
Take it as a challenge.
Take it as a challenge, yeah. I may be retired, but you're as old as the girl you feel. So I'm actually only 30. Well, we've been talking for an hour and 22 minutes. And I'm happy to talk a little bit longer. Although my shepherd's pie is, I can hear it now, my shepherd's pie calling me. Simon, Simon, Simon. But no one's talking to me. And when the chat dries up, I don't know what to say. Jerry says, should have said, I wish you hadn't said it because I've got to pronounce it now, Jerry. Should have said Argus Marigondon Maribago area. Does that mean anything to you? What?
In Cebu.
In Cebu? I thought we were talking about Lapu Lapu. I'm getting very confused here. So you...
Was in Cebu.
Oh, of course it is. I'm thinking he's on a different island. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. No, but Jerry's already in Cebu. Now I get it. Yeah. Living the life. Did you settle on a name for the round table chats? Now you've called it round table. I'm starting to think we should have something Arthurian in the title. But no, I think we're just mixing it about. Doesn't really matter. To quote Shakespeare, what's in a name? Would a rose by any other word smell less sweet? Doesn't really matter, does it? We can... Romeo and Juliet, by the way. My only love sprung from my only hate, too early seen and known too late. A prodigious birth of love it is to me, that I must love a loathed enemy. One of my favourite Shakespeare plays, that. I think I did mumble a bit. I think I've screwed up a couple of lines there in retrospect. Dengo, Philippines, squaddy humour. What is? I'm very confused. Looking forward to seeing what this message is from Jack, his vlog idea. And I've had a couple of other messages while I've been on here. They have beeped in. Is the shepherd's pie done? Where is it?
It's in the air fryer.
So how hot is it?
Oh,
Hot. I mean, could I show the... There'll be some people in the audience that have never seen a shepherd's pie, but I don't think I can pick it up. It's going to be too hot, isn't it?
it's not that hot. It's been finished
All right.
like an hour now.
Plastered finger. I think sometimes hearing a language spoken can help to recognise. The rate at which Tagalog spoke to me is nearly impossible for me to catch the words. Yeah, you know what I mean? This is what always makes me laugh, because there are a couple of... I mean, I've got a friend, I'm not going to mention names, but I've got a friend whose girlfriend can't understand me. And a couple of times I go to say something, and her boyfriend's like, no, she can't understand a word you say, mate. To which I always reply, well, I can't understand a word she says. And it's like the other night, her and Agnes and another one, they're talking, and my God, it's a million words a second. They're like machine gun fire when they get going. I'm thinking, and then people are saying I talk fast. Yeah. Plaster finger. I think some. Yeah, there we go. Off to the vet now, mate. Catch you later. Yeah, good luck with that visit, mate. Good luck. Oh, Dengo Philippines, thank you very much, mate. That is very kind of you. I yeah, appreciate it, brother. Didn't have to do that, but thank you. That's there's a San Miguel light somewhere with my name on it now. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Sean, any new fun spots or restaurants open up? What, in Dumaguete? I'm sure there are. There are always places opening up here, but I don't always find out about them straight away. Is there anywhere new places opened up recently? I think they might be soon, because now God, I'm having a senior moment. Why Not is out the equation, as in burnt down. There's a gap in the market there for a certain type of clientele. A friend of mine went up to the North Point the other day to see some friends in a bar up there, and he was saying a lot of them have migrated up to there. So there were a lot more ladyboys milling around, and a lot more, shall we say, distinctly elderly gentlemen mingling with the ladyboys. So it's bound to, because I mean, that place at the weekend could be quite busy. So they're all going to have to find somewhere to go or stop going out. During the week it wasn't. I mean, I've not been in there for a long time. During the week you might go in and maybe 50 or 60 people there. But yeah, I'm not sure where they're going to go, because it was really the only place of that kind of, that kind of genre, shall we say, in the city. I mean, you've got bars like the Tiki Bar, but a lot of people said they're going to go there. And you think, really? Because that's going to have to change. I don't think it'll work, because the demographic there is completely different. You're talking like Filipinos from 18 to 25 would be the majority, and they're listening to like dance music and that, not like it was in Why Not, which was like a throwback to an 80s disco.
Well, there's one now in Cafe Racer, like every 15th and 30th. Lab.
She keeps talking, but I don't know if you can hear what she's saying.
Yeah,
Well, that's only today. That's twice a month. Cafe thing was open. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see where they turn up or somewhere else opens. The journey will go on. We're going to Bahia on Saturday. There's a nightclub there, which what? Friday. I thought you were telling me how to pronounce Bahia. Anyway, we're going to a friend's party at the Bahia on Friday night. There's a nightclub. Maybe they'll all end up there. I don't know. John Messer, Shepherd's Pie. Share the blessing, mate. I thought you'd gone, John. You haven't said anything for a little while. RLV. Now you are much more relaxed. Don't forget you are in the PH. If anything, I've spoken faster. He's saying now relaxed.
But then again, they're not talking to the listeners.
Exactly. I'm not sure if RLV is on a wind-up. Do you ever consider moving back to the land of smiles, Rick? No. What?
For a holiday.
Oh, now she's on about she wants to go there for a holiday. God, that woman. No. You never say never. You never know how life will pan out. You'll never know where the two of us will end up. But no, that last trip back to time, I wouldn't mind going back one more time or going there again. But the holiday I have in mind, I don't think Ellen would like. What? Because I would like to go back to Peterborough. I'd like to go and see some of my Thai friends and that.
Come on.
But yeah, so if
You
I
didn't go there, just leave me in Bangkok.
so you can go leave me in Bangkok. It doesn't mean that at all. It's always these bold ideas. Well, I'll go by myself. I'll do this. I'll do that. Never does a damn thing. When we went to Vietnam, it had to be this hotel because she was going to go for coffees in the morning and cakes and things. She didn't need me because she knew I'd.
Because it's hard to communicate with them.
Oh, me thinks she does protest too much. That's Hamlet, by the way.
I think it's easy in Thailand, but Vietnam it's too hot. It's too.
Waffle.
Oh, come on. It's true. You have to always like have your drinks like ready.
She did have egg coffee. She did go out and get an egg coffee once, actually, one afternoon. Yeah. Well done, you. But no, I think the only place if we go on our next holiday, I would be amazed if it's not Vietnam. It would be nice though to go back to Peterborough and see some of my friends. But the thing is, how nice would it be? It would be nice. I mean, if it was just down the road, it would be doable. But is it nice enough to fly all the way over there? 6-hour coach journey and that. It's I doubt I'll ever do it. But there you go. Frankly, Brian, what's your number one spectator sport in the fields, and what's your number one for participation? My number one spectator sport in the fields, I don't watch any sports in the Philippines. I imagine the number one spectator sport here would be basketball. I mean, all the barangays have basketball courts, and most nights you go out, there'll be like barangays playing teams of each other. I mean, basketball is huge over here, but I never go and watch it. There aren't any sports I watch here. I mean, I watched football on TV and that, and I always watch boxing fights. I love my boxing, but there's nothing I watch as a spectator sport here. No interest in basketball. I mean, occasionally might watch the bowls. Don't know if you're counting darts. I mean, obviously, cockfighting is big over here, but that disgusts me. I think it's barbaric, so I'd never go and watch that. But I suppose it's. It's not sport. I mean, it's evil. I would not. So I don't know. Don't really do a lot of sport. I mean, sports to do. Don't really do any. I mean, play pickleball occasionally, but that's the closest. I mean, I used to play petanque. I'm thinking I might get back into it again. I've been thinking about that the last few days, the last couple of weeks. But is that really a sport or is it a pastime? Used to play darts. Is that a sport or is it a pastime? Obviously, they're sports if you're playing professionally. I don't play golf over here. I've never been scuba diving over here. I used to scuba dive a lot, but I've never done it in the Philippines, so I don't know. Anyway, that was a deep answer, wasn't it? Living life. Do you buy food at the public market or grocery store? I've skipped one here. John Messers answered Frankie Bryan, basketball and pickleball. Yeah, pickleballs. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't say pickleball. Pickleball's really taken off. It's mind-blowing how many pickleball courts there are in Dumaguete now. There's like 20 a week opening. It'll go too far soon. People are going to start going out of money. But they've seen the opportunity. Everyone's got on the bandwagon. But there's just so many now. They're going to start being empty. I would have thought soon. But yeah, I don't know. I forgot pickleball. Living a life, Sean. What? Yeah, but let him in the kitchen door. He can come back in. You're asking me, can he come back in? I didn't let him out. Yeah, I'm just worried about the cats. No, he can come in. He wanted to go out early, didn't he? He can do what he wants. Public market. No, don't really go to the public markets anymore. We tend to buy the vast majority of our stuff when I do the weekly shops tend to go to LP Hyper, excuse me a second, while I pop my snooze out, or Robinson's, the supermarket there. Get probably 80% of our foodstuffs there. But where we live now, at the top of our roads, or the road into our subdivision, there's like about 6 or 7 little food places, stalls, and 2 of them sell fruit and vegetables. So tend to get the vegetables and that from there. When we lived in Bekong, we used to go down to Bekong Market and get our vegetables and that there, but there's no point now because, say, the place on the corner does that. So yeah, I'll buy all the meats and the fish and the tin stuff and all that when I do the weekly shop. And then on a daily basis, we'll pop up there for our onions, garlic, vegetables, that kind of thing, get them fresh from there. But they're not fresh. I mean, that's one of the irritating things about the Philippines. Nothing is fresh on the markets. It's not like Thailand, where it's all fresh that day. Once it's sold out, they go. Stuff here can stay for a few days. It's one of the most irritating things here, really. RLV, PH Sports Basketball, Bolly Bally. What's Bolly Bally? Boxing. I know you've got a couple of decent boxers now. I've not seen much boxing on the TV over here. Rick, basketball is a waste in the Philippines. They're just way too short. They should be playing football instead. But I don't. If it doesn't, I mean, if I suppose if you're all the same size, it makes it nice. Really, get off. She's chasing the cat.
Case.
Stop it.
Baby.
She gets too excited. It can be a bit too rough sometimes.
It depends.
I don't know what Bolly Bally is. Does he mean volleyball? Is Bolly Bally a sport I'm not sure of?
Pencil. No, maybe it's volleyball.
Living a life. How many of your mates play golf regularly there? I checked out both courses. They look decent, a bit rough but playable. But the rental clubs were trash. There are quite a few. I know a few people who play regularly. I think there's more than 2 courses here, though. I think there's several courses. Don't know where they are, but I'm sure there are. But I think they drive out. I mean, to a lot of the surrounding areas. But yeah, a lot of people play golf. But I think they've nearly all got their own clubs. So I don't know about the rental stuff, but not for me. Don't like golf. But yeah, quite a few, mate. That I know play golf regularly. I mean, we're talking 2 or 3 times a week, every week. Stop it. I had a very good friend here, Frank. He was a professional golfer. He teaches up we used to teach a few people down here. He was managing the Kingswick. He played in the Norwegian Open, Canadian Open. But anyway, yeah, golf's big in the Philippines. But I say he's up teaching in Manila now. John Mesters, a reminder, hit the like button, people. Right, I'm going to go short. I'm just going to see if this shepherd's pie is good enough to show off. Or not, it's going to be good enough to show off. Whether it's too hot to pick up, because it might be, because she's left it in the oven, which I've warned her many times not to do. But it just carries on cooking unless you open the thing. But that's why that roll was really burnt through the other day, because...
but how can I pick it up when it's hot?
We just leave the tray open, sweetie. You don't close the tray. Oh my God, she's closed it. Stop, get back. Get back. Get back, dog. I'm warning you. These hands are registered weapons. Stay away from me. Look at this, chaps. Just look at that. Look at that. Shepherd's pie. Aye, shepherd's pie for dinner. I'm physically excited now. I'm shaking. Just going to pop that back in there. Ella makes a lovely shepherd's. I don't know why I'm shouting. I've got the microphone on me, haven't I? Get away, dog. I'm warning you. That is not for you. Dog biscuits are for you. Right.
Baby pencil likes it too,
Yes, baby pencil does. Cat likes Cat likes a lot of strange things. This dog will eat anything. He's obsessed with food. Absolutely obsessed. Get down.
Oh, no.
Now he's climbing all over.
Knock it off.
Down, off the table, I've got a dog and a cat on the table. Off the table. Stop it, no.
Baby.
God. They're obsessed with food. Two greediest cats and dogs you've ever seen. They're jumping around now because they know I'm going to eat something. We have to put them in other rooms to eat now. I'm going to have to train this dog. It's outrageous.
Yeah.
Living a life. You got yourself a good lady making your favourites from home. Appearances can be deceptive, mate. She has her moments. It's not all. I think that's the only favour from home she makes. I tried to get her to make toad in a hole the other day, but she won't do it. Doesn't like the look of it.
But I tried it. I don't like it.
What?
I don't like it.
What do you mean you tried it? You've never tried toad in a hole in your life.
In Alex's place.
In whose place?
Alex's place.
That wasn't toad in a hole. That was sausage rolls. You have never had toad. You have never had toad in a hole.
What about the Greg's party?
You have never had toad in a hole. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, but I don't like your.
If I span the camera back,
No, I don't like your
you
sausage.
mean you don't like my sausage? How dare you?
I mean, you foreigner sausage, foreigner sausage. That is not in the Philippines.
I'm gonna have to pan the camera now. She's clipping her toes on the table, cutting
It's
her
not
toes.
on the table. It's on my lap.
It's ridiculously inhygienic. Anyway, there you go. John Mess says that pie looks yummy. Be there in 15 minutes. See, the trouble is John's not joking. Look in there. We've got to eat that quick. Getting messages from weird messages from Facebook. Frankly, Brian, toad in the hole, sausages and Yorkshire puddings. Yes, basically sausages in batter with onion gravy. Fantastic dish. I've suggested it to Ellen a couple of times. She doesn't like the look of it.
Yeah, because like I said, I don't like your sausage. They're not sweet.
Well, of course they're not sweet, but you don't have to have. We don't. It doesn't. It's not. You could do different sausages. Doesn't. It's the batter that makes a difference. But anyway, but you haven't had it. You've had sausage rolls. Yeah, a friend of mine has got a wife who makes all his, his favourite dishes: toad in the hole, sausage rolls, all baked from fresh. Yeah, there you go. And he sends me photographs, and I say to Ellen, "Why can't we have that?" And she said, "No, don't like it. Not doing it. You can make it." And I tried to explain it to her. If I made it, it defeats the object. Mind you, I made the first shepherd's pie. I got onto that, but she's a weird fish like that. I made it. I made her Scotch eggs. She liked Scotch eggs. I haven't made them again, but I will make Scotch eggs this week. I'll make some Scotch eggs again because I did enjoy those. But I made shepherd's pie, and she actually liked it. And then she made it a second time. She liked it. Now, she's had it twice. Doesn't want to have it again. And we're going back about 6-7 months now. She goes off things very quickly.
Kayla liked it.
Yeah, and Kayla, her daughter, she loved the shepherd's pie. She requested it a couple of times. A wonderful girl, Kayla. But one of the drawbacks of her staying with us is when she's not here, I know when Ellen makes something, I'll get there in the fridge and I can eat it the next day. When Kayla's here, it's gone. A couple of times I nearly cried. I opened the fridge expecting to have shepherd's pie for breakfast and the cupboard was bare. A little person had eaten it before I got up. Yeah. See, that's the wonderful things about the banh mi's. I get the banh mi's, put them in the freezer. Ellen very rarely touches them. I have to cook them for her. Here, got up and having the banh mi. Banh mi's are gone. They disappeared. Gone in the night. So there you go. Sean, Rick, good one. How did the Polak break his leg playing golf? He fell off the ball washer. Badump, badump. I've missed the joke here. I've missed the joke. If Sean is saying good one, Rick must have made a joke. All right, here we go. Now I've got it. I've missed it up there. Here we go. Right, I've missed a couple. Don't play golf as I don't have a handicap. Very good. RLV, PH golfer is for the ultra wealthy here. Are you a local then, RLV? Are you a Filipino?
Baby.
Yeah, well, it's not. It tends to be, but it's not expensive to golf here. I mean, for your typical Westerner. What has she got?
Mummy's.
Yeah, you take that away. You play with it. Mummy's forfeited the right to have that. You do what you want with it. What is it?
It's like a nail file.
A nail file. The cat's eating Ellen's nail
okay.
file. Right, I tell you what. Much as I enjoyed talking to you fellas, much as you make it possible, and I'm very grateful for your support and chats and things. The smell of that shepherd's pie has done me in. I have to eat. I've got to finish it before John gets here. We'll save him a little bit, shall we? But anyway, yeah, I'm going to knock it on the head now. My coffee's just about done, and I have been on for an hour and 45 minutes. I'm not sure if Jack is still here, but if he is, thank you so much for your incredibly generous super chat. And thank you as well, Dengo Philippines, for your incredibly generous super chat. We will make good use of it. Thank you very much. Sean says, enjoy your dinner, bud. Cheers. Well, cheers, mate. Enjoy your day. What is wrong with it? They've gone giddy. The pets have gone giddy. They're jumping around like lunatics. So yeah, I am going to bow out now, and I'm going to say, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed, it would be fantastic if you did. Whatever you do, RLV, yes. You talk fast, speak slowly. Yes, I am local. I'm not going to change my speed, mate. But thank you. Nice that a local watches. I think you're probably the only one. Welcome. Didn't think there were any who watch my channel. Plastered Finger, you go and enjoy your shepherd's pie. I will, thank you, Billy. John Meisters, bon appetit, see you tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow is Thursday, isn't it? Yeah, see you at the quiz, mate. Right. I'll say it again. I'll be knocked out of my preamble. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button. It'd be fantastic if you smash the like button. I'm only at 17. If you haven't subscribed, it'd be fantastic if you did. But whether you do, whether you don't, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe and be lucky.
It's so annoying.
The dog has just eaten her square thing. There you go. Bye-bye.
Why did you give it to him?